Does the gentlelady yield for a question?
Ms. Davis, do you yield for a question?
Yes.
Representative Davis, do you believe in the notion that a parent has a right to choose medical procedures for their own children?
I believe that children that have been taken from their parents and are in protective custody and undergoing a medical examination should be given a vaccine that prevents them from developing cancer.
Do you understand that this is temporary custody? No parental rights have been terminated.
Agreed, but cancer is not temporary. Cancer kills.
Representative Davis, do you believe that parents have the right to choose what medical procedures happen with their children?
I think, as with all rights, we have to weigh. We have to find a balance because there is absolutely, in my opinion, zero science behind the fact that any vaccines are systematically harming children.
Is it your position that that provider, that physician ought to inject her with a needle against her own wishes and against the wishes of her parents? Is that your position?
I find that hypothetical situation incredibly ridiculous, that some doctor is going to chase an 11-year-old around the office with a syringe trying to inject her. I mean, I can't even give you a serious answer to that question.
Representative Davis, though, but let's be clear, is that not what your amendment would allow to happen?
My amendment absolutely empowers doctors to practice medicine and make decisions that they think are in the best interests of that child, yes.
But
well, then I hope that I will have your vote for this
Representative Davis, to use your
amendment.
words, when you say that you want to empower that doctor, by its very nature, when you're empowering someone, you're disempowering someone else.
That's not true.
Yes, it is. When
the
you're
amendment,
empowering...
The amendment takes away the ability for a physician to practice within their scope. This is the legislature practicing medicine within this First Amendment, saying what the doctor can and cannot do.
What you're saying is that and if I'm wrong, if I'm mistaken as to what your amendment does, then please correct me and correct the body, inform the body. But what you're saying is when you're giving the physician that power, you're saying that 12-year-old girl, and certainly that 12-year-old girl's parents, do not have that power to decide. Is that not what your amendment is doing? Yes or no?
The amendment allows the physician to administer
against the wishes of the 12-year-old girl,
to prevent cancer.
Against the wishes of the 12-year-old girl and against the wishes of the parents.
The amendment does not specifically say that. That's ridiculous.
Representative Davis, I want to be clear. And I want the body to be clear as to what your amendment does.
I think the body is pretty clear that you are trying to turn this into some ridiculous scenario.
That's not true. I'm just trying to understand exactly what your amendment does and what it doesn't do.
The amendment allows the physician to administer a vaccination that has been proven to prevent cancer. That is
okay. And I'll take you at face value. I'll trust that that's what it does. But
you're welcome
just to be clear,
it's on your screen. I mean, I have copies if you need to read it. But
just to be clear, does it do that against the wishes of the 12-year-old girl and against the wishes of her parents? Yes or no?
To be honest with you, because
you're not answering yes or no.
Because I'm not the physician making the decision.
Representative Davis, my point and my question is not about what vaccine is good or bad or who should be vaccinated. My question is about who should decide. Who, at the core, at the very basic level, who should make this decision? And it's my belief that your decision, that your amendment would take that decision, rip that decision from the parents and from the child, that it would rip that decision from the parents and give it to the doctor. That's exactly what your amendment would do, and by way of your answers and your in-answers to my questions, you're confirming to this body that that's what it would do, is to say, parent, it's not your decision anymore. Doctor, it's yours to make for this child.
Well, the child wouldn't be in that examination if the parents had been making good decisions. Let's remember, this is
Representative Davis, children get removed wrongfully all the time. That happens all the time. It's a temporary removal.
Well, you know, if that was such a problem, then why do we have all of these bills trying to strengthen the DFPS system? And it's not because we're falsely removing